If you're into HomeKit, then I'm guessing you're familiar with Eve. Eve is well known for making quality smart home accessories that are well designed with a focus on privacy. Eve has also established themselves as a leading provider of thread-enabled accessories and is possibly the best free app for HomeKit. But they're not perfect, and their products often do come at a premium price. So are Eve products worth considering for your smart home? Hello, I'm the Lloyd. If you're new here, my channel's all about smart home tech using Apple HomeKit. Let me start by saying this video is not sponsored and Eve did not ask me to make this video. Now, some of the products I'll be discussing Eve has sent me for free, and I've featured these in previous videos. And for others, I've purchased them on my own. Regardless, like always, you'll get my 100% honest feedback. I thought this topic would be helpful since I have a lot of experience with Eve products to share with you some of my favorites and give you some areas that I'd like to see Eve focus on as well. My very first smart home sensors were from Eve, and I've been using them for over 2 years. Overall, I find Eve's products to be extremely reliable, and today I use Eve products all throughout my house. I've also been working with Eve over the past few months doing some freelance work, and I've made some videos for Eve that are posted on their YouTube channel. I'll link their channel in the description if you want to head over there and subscribe after this video. Eve, formerly known as Elgato, is a German smart home manufacturer making products specifically for Apple HomeKit. Many HomeKit products work with all the major ecosystems, so I've always appreciated Eve's dedication to HomeKit. Eve is also focused on privacy. No data is stored on the cloud, and no registration is needed to use their products. Eve also states, your data will never be analyzed or used for advertising purposes because it simply isn't accessible to anyone but you. Neither Apple nor Eve can see any of your information your accessories generate. You are our customer, not our product. This is definitely assuring to me and one of the reasons I use Eve and HomeKit in general. Another thing I love about Eve is that they don't require a manufacturer hub to work. Hubs can be useful, but they take up space and they're an added expense. The trade-off with not having a hub is that many of their accessories used to only connect via Bluetooth in order to remain low powered. For some accessories this is fine, but for others it creates challenges with speed and connectivity. But this has all changed since Eve was one of the first to adopt Thread technology. By using a Thread border router like a HomePod Mini, Thread accessories have better range and are much faster than Bluetooth. Okay, let's get into my top 7 Eve accessories. These are in no particular order. First on my list is Eve Flare. I absolutely love this thing. It's beautiful. Basically, it's a portable globe light capable of 16 million colors, and it communicates using Bluetooth. Would I take Thread? Sure, but it's not something I'm concerned with for a product like this. This definitely isn't as compact as something like the Hue Go, but it's stunning and can instantly change the mood of any space. It comes with a base to use either hardwired or for charging. Eve says it should last 6+ hours on a charge, and this of course would depend on how bright you have it. We often move this throughout the house and the batteries never died on us. You can use this as a dinner light, it's great in a bedroom, great for a patio, you name it. I'm excited to take this with me when I go camping with our family next month. Okay, now Eve Weather. This is a Thread-enabled outdoor weather station, and it's IPX3 certified. It tracks temperature, humidity, and shows the weather trend directly from the screen or from the Eve app. I love the sleek design and the ability to track local weather information from my exact location, which I find is often several degrees different than our local weather station. From the Eve app, you can view and compare historical weather information. I include Eve Weather as part of my morning shortcut that gives me my forecast, calendar events, and my local temperature. And since this uses Thread, it's easy to place in a convenient location and know you'll be able to maintain a connection. You do want to make sure to keep it out of direct sunlight in order to get an accurate temperature reading. Next is Eve Aqua. Okay, this is another outdoor accessory and another Thread-enabled device. For homeowners without an in-ground irrigation system, Eve Aqua is a lifesaver. This is a smart water controller that connects to your outdoor spigot, and it communicates using Thread for a fast and reliable connection. I use this for watering my front yard, but it would also be useful for anyone with a garden. You can set up a default duration, so you can use Siri to turn it on and know that it'll turn off automatically after that duration, which I have set to 10 minutes. This is helpful when the kids want to put on their bathing suits and run through the sprinkler on a hot day. It's easy for them to turn on, and I know they won't forget to turn it off. Within the Eve app, you can also create a schedule to choose the days of the week and the time that you want to have it turn on, so you never have to think about it again. Eric Wielander, one of my favorite HomeKit YouTubers, recently discussed problems with his Eve Aqua leaking, but I will say I've not had any of these issues at all. You do want to be careful not to damage the threads by using any tools. This should be hand tightened only. If you're finding that it's leaking, then try using a rag to get a better grip when connecting to the spigot. Next on my list is Eve Energy. Eve Energy is a smart plug. Boring, right? No, not really. This is a really good smart plug and it has much more to offer. Most smart plugs use Wi-Fi and occasionally become unresponsive, but this uses thread, so it's fast and it works every time. Since it plugs in, it's a full thread device and it provides potential alternate paths for your thread accessories to communicate and works to extend the range of your thread accessories. This makes sure that you have a solid connection throughout your home, including outside. Additionally, Eve Energy has power monitoring, and that can be viewed within the Eve app. There's also an Eve Energy strip. This allows you to connect 3 devices into the strip and they can all be powered and monitored separately. Unfortunately, Eve Energy strip doesn't have thread, it uses Wi-Fi, so hopefully thread support will come in the future. Okay, on to Eve Room. This is a Bluetooth-enabled indoor air quality monitor. It looks beautiful with a similar design to Eve Weather. It monitors temperature, humidity, and air quality. Personally speaking, now that my wife and I have been working from home and with all the provincial lockdowns and remote learning, it makes more sense to pay attention to the air we're breathing within our home. As mentioned, it communicates using Bluetooth, and while I would love to see thread added one day, it's an accessory where I think Bluetooth is fine, just as long as you're able to get a connection where you want it. Like Eve's other Bluetooth accessories, it communicates with the nearest home hub, even if that hub isn't your primary hub. So this can be any HomePod, the original or a mini, or it can be an Apple TV HD or 4K, and in some cases, even an iPad. You can also create automations based on temperature, humidity, and air quality. For example, you can have your lights turn red when the air quality drops to poor to alert you to take action like opening a window. You can also create an automation to turn on an air purifier or a fan. I have my exhaust fan turn on automatically when the air quality turns to 1 star. The air quality monitors VOCs in the air, and I find my air quality drops the most when using cleaning products. Therefore, I proactively turn on the fan, use grainer cleaners, and I open a window before I start cleaning. Number 6 on my list is Eve Door and Window. I just love contact sensors because this is what makes many automations so powerful. There's so many uses for these, like turning lights on or off when a door opens and closes, monitoring if a door window is left open, keeping tabs on the beer fridge, or turning your HVAC off when a patio door opens, just to name a few examples. The first Eve Door and Window sensor I bought was over 2 years ago. I use it to turn my Philips Hue lights on and off in my pantry. Because it's 2 years old, it uses Bluetooth, not Thread, but it's really fast and reliable. Eve rolled out Thread support to their latest generation models earlier this year, and I have a couple of those as well. So while my pantry lights respond quickly using Bluetooth, the Thread-enabled door and window sensors are instant. When it comes to door and window sensors, all I really expect is that they work fast and they're reliable, and this certainly is the case. I'm often asked if these sensors are worth the cost, and I tell people if you're placing them anywhere important where you want to be sure that they're fast and work every time, then go with Eve. If it's for a space that isn't used as often and you're not as concerned with having the best, then you can absolutely consider other options. This goes with other accessories as well, like Eve Energy that I mentioned earlier. Last on my list is the Eve app. Okay, so this one isn't an accessory, but it's also free, whether you own any Eve accessories or not. When used with Eve accessories, the Eve app is where you can view more information than you can within the Home app, such as power consumption with Eve Energy, or temperature and air quality data with Eve Room and Eve Weather. With Eve Aqua, this is where you can set up your watering schedule and view historical water usage. But the Eve app is great even if you don't own any Eve accessories. Like the Home app, you can view all of your accessories and create scenes. But you also have access to create some powerful automation that can usually only be set up using expensive third-party apps like the Home+5 app. The big difference is being able to set conditions, so let me give you a really common example. You have a motion sensor that you program to turn your bathroom lights on to 50% brightness in the evening. Now let's say you turn it up to 100% because you need some extra light. The problem is the motion sensor will automatically change your lights back to 100% once it senses motion, so this could be really annoying. Using the Eve app, you can add a condition when the lights are off, so that the action will only be taken when the lights are off to avoid this problem. This is a very basic example, but there are plenty of times where having a condition is helpful. Using the Eve app also allows you to access some accessories features that aren't available in HomeKit, like the light sensor on the Philips Hue motion sensor. The Eve app is also the only place I'm aware of where you can see all of your Thread accessories. It will show you the accessories and whether they are full Thread routers or endpoints, which could be really useful. If you don't have the Eve app, then I highly recommend that you install this and try it out right now. So those are my 7, but I want to include a few honorable mentions like Eve WaterGuard. It's sort of like buying insurance. It's one of those things that's not used every day, but man, it could save you hundreds or even thousands on repairs if you were to have a leak. My washing machine, which is on my second floor, leaked once, and luckily I caught it before much damage was done, but that was the motivation I needed to get myself a WaterGuard to prevent this from happening again. This is great anywhere where water could pool, like in a laundry room or below your sinks. Another honorable mention is Eve Cam. Personally, I'm not a big fan of indoor cameras, but when I do use indoor cameras, I want to be sure that my privacy is being protected, which is why I trust Eve. Especially when we're away from home, we like to check on our furry friends to make sure that they have enough food, they haven't escaped and torn the house apart. Luckily, they're pretty well behaved. I want to mention a few Eve products that would really benefit from Thread. The first one is Eve Motion. I'm actually working on a video comparing motion sensors, so watch out for that in the coming weeks. This was one of my first HomeKit sensors and I have 3, so clearly I think it works well. But because it's Bluetooth, there's about a 2-second delay. Adding Thread would make this almost instantaneous, so I'm hoping this comes in the future. Another is Eve Light Strip. This is one of the brighter light strips out there with some really vivid colors, but currently uses Wi-Fi. I do sometimes have issues maintaining a connection, so would love to see Thread added in the future. Not only would this help maintain a reliable connection, but since it plugs in, it would be a full Thread device. So like Eve Energy, it would strengthen and extend the range of my other Thread accessories. Thread would indeed be a welcome addition here. So there you go, I hope you found this video helpful. Eve is listed as one of the companies said to be an early adopter of Matter, which is a new industry standard that will hopefully help to unify smart home platforms, making it easier for consumers to find products that work with their ecosystem. Basically, instead of looking for something that works with HomeKit, you'll just have to find a product that's Matter certified. While official Matter certified products may not hit the market for another year or more, the addition of Thread is a significant step in the right direction. I've covered most of Eve's products here, but for information on all of their products, visit evehome.com, and don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube channel, which I'll link in the description. I'll also include affiliate links to all of the available products in case you decide to pick up any of these items. I may get a small commission which helps to support the channel at no additional cost to you. I've really enjoyed the opportunity to make some videos for Eve. It's helped me to gain some more experience planning, filming, and editing, and this is all learning that I've applied to my own channel. I just passed the 3,000 subscriber mark on this channel, and I'm overwhelmed, and I appreciate all the support helping me grow this year. I own all kinds of smart home accessories. I enjoy testing, reviewing, and using products from many manufacturers, but in areas that I use on a daily basis and require quality and reliability, I personally choose Eve options first. Let's just hope that Eve continues pushing out Thread to more of their products. That's all for today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.